The idea that mood and mental clarity are shaped by the brain alone is a deeply ingrained assumption, but it's an incomplete one. In truth, the liver plays a surprisingly central role in regulating brain function, emotional balance, and mental energy. Through its influence on neurotransmitter metabolism, toxin clearance, and nutrient storage, the liver is intimately connected to how we think, feel, and respond to stress. When the liver is overburdened, inflamed, or sluggish, the effects ripple far beyond digestion or detoxification. They show up in the mind, often misdiagnosed as anxiety, depression, brain fog, or chronic fatigue. One of the liver's essential neurological roles is its management of neurotransmitter precursors and hormones. Neurotransmitters, like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, are the chemical messengers that regulate everything from motivation and focus to relaxation and mood stability. To produce these neurotransmitters efficiently, the brain requires a steady supply of amino acids, vitamins, especially B6, B12, and folate, and minerals like magnesium and zinc, all of which are stored, processed, or activated in the liver. When liver function is impaired, this delicate balance is disrupted. Precursors may not be available in the right quantities, and enzyme systems needed to synthesize or recycle neurotransmitters may falter. At the same time, the liver is responsible for clearing out substances that, if allowed to accumulate, become neurotoxic. These include metabolic byproducts like ammonia, inflammatory molecules, excess hormones like estrogen and cortisol, and environmental toxins from food, air, and water. If the liver can't properly filter and neutralize these substances, they can cross the blood-brain barrier and interfere with normal brain activity. This explains why people with liver dysfunction, even in early stages, often report mental symptoms like irritability, lack of motivation, sleep disruption, difficulty concentrating, and emotional instability. In more advanced cases, such as hepatic encephalopathy, the cognitive decline can become severe. Mental fog is one of the most common early indicators of a stressed liver, yet it's rarely attributed to liver health. The experience may feel like struggling to recall words, losing track of conversations, or feeling spaced out for no clear reason. This can stem from both the buildup of unprocessed toxins and the liver's diminished ability to regulate blood sugar, a function closely tied to mental energy and clarity. Blood sugar swings caused by impaired glucose storage and release can lead to hypoglycemic dips, which often mimic or exacerbate anxiety, fatigue, and depressive states. There's also a hormonal dimension to the liver-brain connection. The liver metabolizes and clears spent hormones, especially estrogen and cortisol. When this clearance slows down, hormone imbalances can set in, contributing to mood swings, PMS symptoms, irritability, and heightened stress reactivity. Estrogen dominance, for example, is often blamed solely on reproductive issues, but in many cases, it stems from a sluggish liver failing to process excess hormones efficiently. Likewise, chronic stress can lead to elevated cortisol, which, if not cleared properly, disrupts sleep, appetite, and mood, all of which feed back into brain chemistry. Despite these deep links, mental health care systems rarely account for liver health. Depression is routinely treated with antidepressants, anxiety with sedatives, and brain fog with stimulants or cognitive hacks. While these can offer short-term relief, they may also increase the liver's burden, especially when used long-term. Few clinicians ask about diet quality, alcohol intake, sugar consumption, or medication load as part of a mental health evaluation. Fewer still recommend nutritional or lifestyle changes that support liver detoxification, even though many patients experience dramatic mood improvements when liver health is restored. Supporting liver function can, in fact, lead to profound shifts in mood and mental clarity. Cutting back on processed foods, alcohol, and added sugars reduces inflammatory and metabolic stress. Increasing intake of whole foods, especially those rich in sulfur, like garlic, onions, and cruciferous vegetables, B vitamins, and antioxidants, supports both detox pathways and neurotransmitter production. Liver-supportive supplements like milk thistle, N-acetylcysteine, NAC, and glutathione precursors can also improve energy, focus, and emotional balance. Hydration, sleep, and consistent movement complete the equation, helping the liver stay efficient and the brain stay clear. The relationship is bidirectional, too. When the brain is overwhelmed with chronic stress or trauma, the liver is affected. Prolonged stress raises inflammatory cytokines, increases oxidative stress, and taxes the liver's detox pathways. This highlights the need for a truly integrative approach to health, one that sees the brain and liver not as separate systems, but as deeply interconnected partners in our physical and emotional well-being. So if you've been struggling with mental fog, low motivation, irritability, or depressive symptoms, and the usual interventions aren't helping, it may be time to look deeper. The liver, long overlooked in mental health conversations, may be quietly influencing how your mind feels and functions every day. And the good news is, by caring for your liver, you're not just improving digestion or metabolic health. You're creating a more stable, vibrant, and focused inner world. Mental clarity, emotional balance, and calm resilience are not just functions of neurotransmitters, they are reflections of total body health. And at the center of that whole body picture is the liver, doing its vital work silently but profoundly. It's time we started listening.